Hello, it's me, okay? It's me. Alright, thank you so much. You send me the link so I can tell. Now, I can tell you have a very good improvement. Now, let me using the brush to explain to you. Now, when we do shading is little bit more angle in and little bit angle out. Okay? The one you're doing is like this, okay? It's not enough. So what's going on is maybe you create a big dot in the beginning. Now, you try to focus on the shading first. Forget about the depth into the skin in the beginning. Now, because why is I figured out like if you worry about too much the depth, you first of all you get the feeling first. Okay, the feeling. So this is what I want you to try. When you get the feeling, you go a little bit deeper. Okay, so you try to do like this, as soft shading as possible. Now the needles handle I may be a little bit too long, so that's why I have no pigment. Okay, but the needles I want to handle lightly a little bit longer, but it very depends on the viscosity. The viscosity is sometimes the pigment too thick doesn't mean they have a viscosity. You can using the word it's not sticky enough. Okay. The softest shading as possible first, and then when you get used to, you go a little bit deeper. Okay, now how to get deeper is this pinky finger is control the height. I know this one you need very long time training and then get used to, get your muscles, but I want you to feel it first. As softest shading as possible. Okay. I want you to feel every single dot is getting into the skin. Now, if your pigment have right thickness or the viscosity should be something like that. Okay, like that. Clean every dot is small and fine. This is what you're looking for. And then when you get used to, go a little bit deeper. Okay. Now this is supposed to be like this. Now, little bit angle in, little bit angle out. You don't want to do this. Otherwise, the first dot will be big. Okay? So, little bit. Or you can do like little bit longer to get the feeling first. Sometimes when I do shading is I shade the line a little bit longer. Okay? So now you do soft first and then the depth you worry about later. So when you get your muscles strong enough, you can control. You can control. You talk about like just 0.1, 0.2 millimeter is hard, but you need to have a stronger muscles. It's not one day. You need a lot of practice and I would say at least a week, and then okay, when you get used to, you can get lower. So you push your pinky fingers lower, but just like very little bit. You need to feel it, okay? So now this practice skin is closer to human. Now I have another video talk about that. This is real skin. Of course, it's more expensive, but to a point, if you want like more closer to the live model experience, this is the one you want to get. Okay, you need to have very clean dot. Okay, clean dot. Now the way you do is is maybe is kind of tattoo already. So clean dot, you need to feel every single dot is like get the pigment into the skin. Now this is the feeling what you're looking for, like the rhythm, like the music. Okay, each dot you can feel. Each dot is getting into the skin. This is the feeling what you're looking for. Okay. Okay, now to a point, I want to like the needles get deeper into the skin without lower my hand. So I can adjust the needle's hand out a little bit longer, but as long as your pigment have very good viscosity, it's sticky enough. So now the new diluter I mixed it is kind of help. Okay, the pigment you're using, maybe this is for again for microblade. Okay, you might need to mix the diluter. I saw you have a diluter like the water next to you, the bottle of liquid. This possible is a diluter. Now add little by little, it double check, does it help? Okay, now when you do swing, now this is the middle point. Okay, now this is the shading I want you to do. Now not necessarily all the stroke, the shading is, the length is the same. You need to off a little bit, so that's why they can overlap each other. This is what you're looking for, but you cannot like too much overlap. So this is like, it's all about feeling, and then like little by little. In the beginning, like you don't want to be like the results right away, but as long as you see all the shading is like kind of very pixelized, and this is in control. Okay, and then feel it. You need to calm down as an artist. Like calm down, feel it. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want you to do. Okay, so you can play around with the shading all the way, and then we worry about the shape later, and then the depth later, little by little. Okay, when you get a feeling, everything get easier and easier.